The entire entertainment world came to a halt as cameras captured Lee Min-ho, usually composed, elegant, and effortlessly charismatic, standing under soft stage lights with tears silently streaming down his face. Just hours ago, the beloved Hallyu superstar revealed something so deeply personal, so raw, that it has forever changed how fans across the globe see him. Before we unfold this emotional and stunning confession, make sure to subscribe right now for more exclusive celebrity stories that touch the heart and reveal the truth behind the glitz. It wasn't during a drama, nor was it a carefully choreographed scene in one of his blockbuster projects. This moment wasn't scripted. There were no cue cards or PR handlers. Lee Min-ho stood in front of a live audience, with millions watching via live stream, and finally spoke the words he had kept inside for over a decade. For so long, fans had speculated that behind Lee Min-ho's warm smile and smooth public appearances, there was a deeper story. A shadow behind his eyes. And now, that shadow has a name, a shape, and a heartbreaking timeline that started long before he became a household name. The press conference had been announced without much warning. At first, many thought it was just an announcement for a new drama or film. But the tone changed the moment Lee Min-ho stepped onto the stage. No stylist, no dazzling outfit, just him in a simple white shirt, his hair slightly unkempt, eyes already red from what many could only assume was hours of silent crying. He took the mic, his voice trembling slightly as he said, "There are things I've never shared, because I was afraid people would see me differently. But today, I want to tell the truth." Gasps rippled through the audience. Was it a health concern? A scandal? A lost love? But nothing could have prepared anyone for what came next. Lee Min-ho paused, collecting himself, and then revealed the secret he had kept locked in his heart. For years, he had been struggling with unresolved trauma from his past, a traumatic car accident during his early years as an actor that didn't just affect him physically, but shattered him emotionally in ways he never fully confronted. "People know I was injured," he began. "They know I was in a cast for months. But what they don't know is that I lost someone in that accident. My closest friend." The crowd was stunned into silence. Even longtime fans who had followed every phase of his career had never heard this version of the story. Lee Min-ho explained that during one of his earliest jobs, when he was still taking small roles and barely making ends meet, he and a close friend, also an aspiring actor, were in the car together on their way to an audition when the accident occurred. He survived. His friend didn't. "I blamed myself for so long," he confessed, his voice breaking. "I asked myself 1,000 times why I lived and he didn't. And when I finally got my big break, all I could think was, he should be here too." This was the heartbreak behind the curtain. This was the pain behind the prince-like elegance that had captivated the world. For years, Lee Min-ho buried that grief, channeling it into his performances, smiling at fans, fulfilling obligations, and pushing forward like a machine. But inside, he had never truly healed. And perhaps that's why this moment was so powerful. Because he wasn't just admitting to pain. He was allowing himself to be vulnerable in front of the very people who adored him. And in doing so, he invited fans into the most fragile corners of his soul. He continued, "I spent so many nights pretending everything was okay. I became good at smiling on cue. But I wasn't smiling inside. I was surviving." The confession didn't end there. Lee Min-ho then revealed that this long-held grief had contributed to his anxiety and insomnia for years. Despite the fame, the red carpets, and the awards, he often found himself unable to sleep, haunted by guilt and memories. He revealed that he had sought therapy in secret, not wanting fans or the media to see him as weak. "But I've learned," he said through tears, "that seeking help is not weakness. It's strength. And if I can encourage even one person to speak their truth by sharing mine, then this pain will not have been for nothing." As those words echoed through the hall and into millions of homes via livestream, the reactions were immediate and overwhelming. Fans flooded social media with messages of love and support. The hashtag We Love You Lee Min-ho trended worldwide within minutes. Celebrities, fellow actors, and even government officials praised his bravery. Mental health organizations across South Korea publicly thanked him for bringing attention to a topic so often hidden in shame. But perhaps the most touching part of the moment came not from a fan or a public figure, but from a family member of the friend he lost. A message was later read aloud from the stage, from the sister of Lee Min-ho's late friend. It read, "He loved you like a brother, and we've always known you carried this pain. Please forgive yourself. He would be so proud of you." Lee Min-ho broke down completely at that moment. The image of him, clutching the mic, tears flowing freely, hands trembling, not from fear, but from emotional release, will remain etched in the minds of his fans forever. It was no longer about the glitz and glamour. It was about truth, vulnerability, and the courage to let the world see behind the curtain. What made this confession even more profound was that it seemed to mark a turning point, not just for Lee Min-ho personally, but possibly for the industry as a whole. For too long, Korean entertainment has been built on perfection. Flawless images. Untouchable idols. But here was a megastar saying, "I'm not perfect. I hurt too. And that's okay." He ended his speech with one final message. "To everyone who ever loved me for the roles I played, thank you. But today, I ask you to love me for the person I truly am. Because I am learning to love him too." Those words were not just heard, they were felt. Across age groups, languages, and continents, fans wept with him. They saw themselves in his struggle. And for many, it sparked conversations long overdue, in families, among friends, and in the media, about loss, mental health, and the quiet battles we all fight behind smiles. Since that day, Lee Min-ho has continued to be candid about his healing journey. In interviews, he's encouraged young actors to prioritize their mental health. He's donated to trauma support foundations and is even rumored to be developing a new drama based on themes of loss, healing, and resilience. It's not about cashing in on sympathy, it's about transforming pain into purpose. And Xingyu, a close friend and collaborator, even commented publicly on his bravery, writing, "Your truth is your strength. I'm honored to know you. Not as the actor, but as the person who dares to feel." In an industry that often punishes vulnerability, Lee Min-ho has done the unthinkable. He turned it into his greatest strength. And by doing so, he reminded the world that true beauty doesn't lie in perfection, but in honesty. In showing up broken and still choosing to stand. So the next time you see Lee Min-ho on screen, delivering a flawless performance, remember the man behind the camera, the one who cried in public, the one who revealed his truth, and the one who taught us that healing begins when we stop pretending we're okay. And if this story touched you, if it reminded you that even the brightest stars carry shadows, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Because here, we share more than just news, we share the heart behind the headlines. Lee Min-ho didn't just reveal a secret. He revealed his soul. And in doing so, he helped thousands begin to heal their own.